So over the last few weeks, I've been talking to you about the phases of planning and executing a great business plan inside of your business for the year, the month, the quarter, whatever it may be. So we've gone through all the steps, we've gone through the planning, we've gone through the execution. So in this video, I really want to talk about the learning loop phase. So this is where we make sure that there's that feedback loop into the execution phase, as well as making sure that some of the planning that we may have missed gets fed back in so that we're being adaptive and it's not just a one-time, did it work, did it not, and moving forwards. So we break down the learning loop phase into three different components. The first one is to make sure that we are building in learning into the plan at the beginning. This can be a resource allocation, so how many people or what size of team do we want to be doing the learning, as well as the strategy selection and focusing in on different strategies or execution strategies. It could be in marketing is a good example. So are we doing social marketing, direct marketing, digital marketing? There could be broken up inside of the team to focus on different aspects of that. But what's their learning plan inside of it? Are they reading books? Is there courses that they can take? If we're just going to do the same thing again and try to do more of it, it's extremely tiring and we won't get the best results. We want to look at different ways or new ways that we can add to our existing plans that are going to give us the results at the end of the year. The second piece of this is making sure that we build in structured meetings. We don't always sometimes like the meetings, but if they're structured meetings with a fixed agenda to make sure we are reviewing the actions that we're taking, the learnings that we're learning from those, and feeding them back into the plan. Are we going to double up on one activity that's working really well, or are we going to take a pause and look at more learnings that we have to do or guidance that we can reach out and get before we start tackling that marketing activity, for example, again? It's important to have these structured. I recommend doing it at the very beginning of the year. We can always move them around, but have time every week, every month, every quarter that you're sitting down with the corresponding people in the team to make sure that you're spending that time focused on what did we learn. After action reviews are a great way to do that. They've worked great in the military. Lots of companies use them. It's a very simple process, and I can give you some guidance around that if that's something that's interesting to you. The third piece of this is looking at future learning activities. So we might learn enough to go do the activity, and that's sometimes where we stop. But making sure that we're building future learning activities into our plan, into our timeline, and allocating the correct resources to that to allow them to grow even further. And you might find that some people get specialized. At the very beginning, you might have a small team and you're really focused on just all types of marketing within them. As you grow and people specialize and get the best results, they're giving you the best feedback, they're learning the most, you might be able to specialize them into different types. Marketing is a great example where if you have someone that's great at digital marketing, they might not be the best at the social aspects of marketing. This is a great way to start to see who comes up, who's learning the most, and allocating those resources accordingly to get the most out of your business. So these are the three stages inside of the learning loop phase that I see very effective for myself and also my clients. If you're looking for more consistent ways in which you can build in a feedback loop into your planning, into your execution, to make sure that you're far more consistent in your execution of your business plan, reach out to us at ActionHTX.com. We can go through a free complimentary call, talk about this learning loop phases, give you some of the tools, and we can see how we can put you on a better path in getting your success and your goals. I'm Andrew Buchan, your Business Accelerator.